Hello there, World of Tankers, and welcome to the channel. I'm your host, Droodles, Blitz, and in today's video, we are going to be talking about the best medium for a newer player to grind. There are so many times I just get so sad when I see a newer player grind down the Leopard 1 line or the FE4202 because they think the line's going to be awesome, it's got this really cool gun, and then they just fall apart and die. Because, for example, the 4202, you'll see them just spamming Hesh or running the heat gun, which sinks my heart into a big old bottomless pit. And then the Leopard 1, you see people trying to poke, and they just get absolutely nuked. Overall, mediums are a very tricky class to play. And if you're a newer player, it's nothing wrong if you want to grind a medium, but you should definitely pick a medium that supports a newer playstyle. And that is why, in today's video, we're going to be talking about the WZ121. Now, I was very close to saying the E50M is also a very beginner-friendly medium. The problem with the E50M is that I actually don't think it's a very beginner-friendly tank. I feel like a lot of newer players think that this thing's going to be amazing at ramming, amazing at frontline. It is, but it's not as amazing as you'd think. It can still be penned in the turret with heat. It can still be penned in the upper plate with heat. Its track wheels are massive. The E50M can fall apart very quickly if you don't understand how to play it. Where I think the 121 is about the best you're going to get of all the worlds in the game. Not only does the 121 have a very thick upper plate, in fact it's about the same as the T54, but it's got fantastic turret armor. It's also got great DPM at around 3,400 as you're going to see, and it's also got 420 alpha, making this, in my opinion, one of the best tier 10s out there, and specifically one of the best tier 10 mediums. Now, I personally run calibrated because mobility-wise, the vehicle can reach a top speed of 56, and it's got a power to weight of 19, meaning that it's not even slow. It's got amazing aiming time at 2.2 seconds, and even its dispersion for 420 alpha is quite good. The only downside I'd say of this vehicle is that it doesn't have great gun depression at 6 degrees, and that it also has pretty poor premium pen at 319 millimeters. But apart from that, the 121 is very easily one of the best tier 10 mediums out there. When you have armor, mobility, alpha, and DPM, that's basically all the check marks. I mean, you can out-trade any other medium apart from, I guess, like a TVP, because it can outclip you, but apart from that, I mean, the 121 is just such a strong vehicle. So, now that we've talked about the tank, let's actually get into some gameplay. So, we got an AMX M4 against us, we have a Chieftain Mark 6, and that's all they got for tier 10 heavies. They also have a 50 TP, which actually is just about as strong as tier 10 heavies. Down at not tier 9, but down for the mediums, we've got the Progetto and another Progetto. And then that's about it. Okay, well, as you can see, mobility-wise, we're keeping right up with the Sheridan and the other Progetto. Just shows you how quick this vehicle is. Let's see if we can get a shell into this Progetto. Boom! Nice 411 tap right there. I'm going to plop on my adrenaline, although I don't even know if it's going to matter, but boop. What? Okay. Well, gun may be nice, but RNG sometimes is still a random factor. Alright, so it looks like the Progetto is starting to run, and if that Progetto is going to run, I'm going to head off to this side. Unfortunately, looks like I got shot by probably the 4005 would be my guess, but let's see if I can still clear this Centurion. There you go. I obviously don't want to bleed too much health poking that spot, so I'm just going to back up, wait here. And, well, the great news is that we've already absolutely smashed their medium side. We've cleared 2 of their mobile vehicles, and in return it looks like we're maybe going to lose our Kron, because for some reason our Kron thought that the best position to play a hull-down heavy was on the flat hills. I don't know what to say about that one. Alright, well, let's use that good mobility. Again, you can see that 56 kilometers per hour top speed just very easily being reached. Oh, we got the AMX M4 over here. Watch this ridiculous aiming time, by the way. It is amazing. Being able to just instantly aim in on somebody like that and snap them for 400 alpha. It does feel pretty dang good, I gotta be real. So, at this point, we're doing okay. But I'm not too sure how this game's going to unfold. We did lose a tier 10 heavy after all. The main player that we all want to clear is that 4005. I'm pretty sure that's the tank that shot me, and that's the tank that's going to be a big threat for everybody involved. So I'm going to try and push with the Sheridan towards the back of the pack, and let's see what we can do. We got the AMX M4 all the way across, and I'm just really wondering where this 4005 would be. I mean, the 4005 can't be much further. Yeah, I was gonna say, this guy can't be much further inside the mist of this battle here. So there's all the big old tank chunks. So we got the 4005. Unfortunately, cannot get a shell in just yet. I might just be able to chill here and get some nice shells out. Most of our team at this point has flanked behind. We got our Progetto over here. The Sheridan is capping the base, which is a big brain move. Good job. All right, so let me aim in on the lower plate of this Mark 6. Boom. Very easy shot. And as you can see, that upper plate armor did get us a big badonker bounce. All right, let's reload again, and boom. There you go. Another nice tap for 429, and look at that. We've taken 800 hit points off that Chieftain. I doubt that player enjoyed that very much. We also got the 40-05 over here. And if he continues the backup, we should be able to get an easy shell into him. Come on, come on. Oh, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. No more 40-05 to deal with. That was definitely the biggest threat I was a little worried about, but at that point, now we've really got nothing to worry about. We got the Chieftain Mark 6 off to the side. I'm not even going to worry about him. I'm going to start heading over towards the 50 TP, see if we can get a little bit more damage out. We also got the Progetto over here, so let's aim in maybe on the Prog. Boom. Never mind. That's a bit of a rip. The gun on this tank, as you can see, is not amazing at snapping shells. I mean, that's fairly expected, but yeah, definitely keep that in mind. You can't just absolutely snap a shell into the enemy. But what we can do is push right on this 50 TP, get a nice tap into him for 450, and now start heading over towards the Prog. Alright, well, that should be fairly easy to do. Let's just keep on going, keep on going. I don't think we're going to get much damage out on him as the base cap's already up to 930. But I'm just going to try and YOLO him and, well, let's see. There you go, very easy 407 tap. Now, we might die, but honestly, I couldn't really get too mad about dying in this situation. If we get another tap in, yes, there you go. That's all I wanted, so I can't complain. Overall, we were able to deal about 3,500 damage in this first battle. Nothing crazy, but you could see just how easily we were able to get out that damage. Yes, the gun doesn't snap shells amazingly, but to be fair, it does have 420 alpha. It's got just such an amazing aiming time, though. As you can see across the map, easy penetrations. I mean, you can't really name another medium that can do that. I guess like the Leopard 1 and some of the more accurate mediums that are already aimed in. But the fact that this thing is so much alpha means that it's so forgiving if you only penetrate a couple shells every game. So let's make our way back into the front line. The enemy team, they have an IS-7. And is that really... Well, they have one other heavy. What is their other heavy? An ML2. There you go. They also have an M46 Patton and a standard B and a 30B. Okay, well, there's the 183. Don't want to shoot yet, just want to kind of chill. Now, if that 183 pokes, he will lose 400 hit points. But for now, I'm just going to sit back here and wait. Now, every time that 183 pokes, I can guarantee he will be spotted and shot, which is good news. I do have to be a little careful, though, because after all, that tank does have the capability of absolutely badonkering my day. Alright, so we got the IS-7 off to the side over here, although I think he's on the other side, and weirdly enough, that Patton just absolutely lost all of his health. There you go. Nice 431 tap into that 183. That's where that alpha just feels amazing. We also got that standard B off to the side. Okay. Well, as of right now, there's not much I can really do in this battle. I'm going to push up a little bit more. And, well, you know what? We got the, okay. Let's see if I can get a shell into that again. Boom. There you go. Another nice tap into that 183. Let's put on my adrenaline. Maybe I can get another one out. He's backing up, which means I don't even think the 183 can get a shell in. What? What was that, Wargaming? That was so cringe. That was such an easy penetration as well. Alright. Well, can't get a shell out into that player, but we do have tanks off to the side like the standard B. That was a pretty easy shell into him. Now we're just going to chill here and reload. Now that standard B, after we do know fired his second shell, is going to be pretty easy to just badonker damage into because the standard B has way less DPM than us. So I can just sit here, let's go for another shell into his vehicle, and boop, there you go. I guess we've low-rolled, what, every shell so far from this vehicle? The standard is actually, like, beating us on DPM right now because of how many shells we've low-rolled. Oh my god. Alright, but we're fine. We've still done a pretty decent job. Now we're going to try and get a shell into the IS-7, and boop, never mind, but... Well, let's see. We got the 183 left, and we got the 30B. Well, I'm going to be careful about that 183, but now that we know where he is, I'm not too worried. I'm just going to push right over towards his, well, let's see. The 183, I'm not actually sure what he's trying to do. I'm going to get a shell into the 30B. Free damage right there. We're up to 2,400 dealt so far. And, again, we're not doing too bad at all this game. Let's just back up. Perfect. 30B didn't pen me. And I'm hoping that that 92 does a decent job here. Alright, so at this point in time, we still got the 30B there. Nice, easy shell into him, and look at that, another dub. So, overall, as you can see, the 121 is a pretty good vehicle. We got a little unlucky with our rolls on that standard B. We were only averaging like 360 on him when we could have rolled at least 420, clear that guy, been able to deal some other opponents. But as you can see, even in this game, where we weren't able to do that much, we still dealt 2,800 damage. Overall, the 121 is just an absolutely amazing vehicle, and I would highly suggest, even if you're a more experienced player, to still get your hands on this tank. It's worth the grind, and it is just an amazing vehicle. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video, and if you'd like to see more like it, let me know in the comments down below. But hopefully this helps you out, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.